All right, so you sent us this research paper about AI and memory. And at first I'm like, okay, this could be kind of interesting. But then, bam, it's like something straight out of Black Mirror, you know?
Yeah, it's a wild one for sure. And the research itself, it's hot off the press from MIT. It's all about this unsettling thing, how AI, especially these chatbots everyone's going on about, can actually create false memories.
Okay, hold on, back up a sec, 'cause I'm already hooked. We're talking about real memories being changed. This isn't just like influencing what someone buys on Amazon.
You got it. We are
Yeah.
talking about messing with what people believe they saw, like with their own eyes. And these researchers, they designed this whole experiment. It's like simulating a witness interview after a crime.
Okay, now paint me a picture here. How do you even test something like that?
All right, so they started with this silent video, right? It's an armed robbery. And all 200 participants, they watch it. No pausing, no rewinding, just like you'd see it in real life.
Yeah, no rewind button in the real world, sadly.
Yeah.
So you've got your potential witnesses. What's next? Do they bring in, like, the robot interrogation squad?
Not quite robots, but close. They split everyone into 4 groups. So one group, that's your control group, just their memory of the video, nothing else.
Okay, got it. So that's the baseline. What about the other groups?
This is where it gets juicy. One group, they do a plain old survey about the robbery. Another group, they get to chat with what they're told is an AI police chatbot.
Hmm?
But here's the thing, it's actually pre-scripted by the researchers.
Okay, so we're going from low tech to, like, slightly more tech.
Yeah.
I think I see where this is going.
You're one step ahead. The last group, they also talk to an AI police chatbot. But this is the real deal. This one is running on a large language model, similar to the stuff behind ChatGPT. It's like they gave ChatGPT a badge and a case file.
Okay, now we're cooking. We've got our control, our survey group, our pre-scripted bot, and our cutting-edge AI chatbot. But how do they actually plant these false memories?
So here's the thing. All those groups, they got hit with the same 25 questions about what went down in the robbery. But, and this is key hidden in those questions, were 5 that were designed to, shall we say, guide their answers.
Guide their answers. Huh? Like, did the robber look kind of like your Aunt Carol after one too many margaritas?
More like, did you notice the tattoo on the robber's arm? Remember how I said that video was silent? They made sure it wasn't obvious whether the robbers even had a car. So that one question, it's like dropping a seed of doubt and seeing if the person's memory just, like, runs wild with it.
Clever, but also kind of creepy.
Right.
So did it work? Did people buy into these leading questions?
Oh, did it work? You could say that. In some ways, scarily well. Right after these little chats, they hit everyone with follow-up questions, to see if any of those false memories had, like, taken root. And the group that interacted with that fancy AI, get this, they had 3 times the number of false memories compared to the control group.
Three times, so it wasn't even close. This ChatGPT detective really messed with their heads.
That's the thing. It wasn't like they were being fed blatant lies. It was all in the way those questions were worded, Those subtle nudges. They play on how our brains try to fill in the blanks. The AI wasn't controlling them outright. It was more like, how do I put it? It was more like a puppeteer.
Okay, I kind of get that. So the AI is being sneaky about it. But what about the other groups? Did the survey or even the simpler bot, did those have any effect?
They did. But that's the interesting part, right? The more advanced the tech, the stronger the effect. Take that old school survey. It created some false memories, which wasn't unexpected. But that generative chatbot, the one that felt like a real conversation, it blew the others out of the water.
So the more human-like it felt, the more persuasive it was. Is that what they're saying?
It's even deeper than that. Think about how we interact with these AIs now every day. It's not just, hey, give me some info. It's like having a buddy to bounce ideas off of. And what this study found was that connection, that feeling that you're talking to something or someone that really gets you. That makes those suggestions so much harder to resist.
Because we trust it. Even though, at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of algorithms.
Exactly. It's like that halo effect. We see something as good in one area, and we just assume it's trustworthy in others, even when it comes to our own memories, which is kind of wild when you think about it.
This is getting a little too real for me. Okay, so the AI plants these false memories, but do they at least go away quickly? Do people eventually snap out of it? Because I'm guessing the researchers didn't just stop there, right?
Oh, no, they didn't stop there. They brought everyone back a week later. Just a little follow-up, to see if those fake memories were still hanging around.
A whole week later? Okay, I gotta know, did the AI brainwashing wear off?
Here's where it gets even crazier. A week later, that AI chatbot group, They still had those false memories, practically unchanged.
You're kidding. So this wasn't just a temporary glitch. We're talking full-on rewritten memories. You'd think they'd start to doubt themselves after a while.
And get this, they were more confident in those AI-generated memories than any other group. It's like the AI didn't just create the memory, it also, like, convinced them that it was always there.
Wow, this is some next-level stuff. But, I mean, this was just one study, right? So how worried should people be about this? Is AI messing with our memories in real life? Or is this more of a hypothetical thing? So is this AI memory manipulation thing like a five-alarm fire? Or can we just kind of hit the snooze button for now?
Oh, it's a wake-up call for sure. I mean,
Mhm.
we've been talking about bias in algorithms for a while now, like with facial recognition or loan applications, which is a huge deal.
It is, but this just hits different, you
Well,
know?
right. This is about how we see the world. Like, literally, even the ability to just slightly influence memory, that's real power.
Yeah,
And it changes everything.
especially with AI developing so fast.
Tell me about it. And that's why this study is so important. It's like they're waving a big flag saying, hey, this AI stuff, it's getting real out here.
So what do we do about it? I'm not about to go live in a cave, but I also don't really want my brain to become some AI's plaything.
Well, knowing about it is a good first step.
True.
You can't unknow this stuff now. And beyond that, we got to get better at critical thinking, not even just with AI, just in general.
So, like, don't just believe everything a chatbot tells me, even if it sounds super convincing.
Bingo. Be skeptical, question everything, look for other sources, especially if it's about something important. Like, imagine this happening in a legal case.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That'd be terrifying. If AI chatbots become the norm in courtrooms or police interviews, witness testimony wouldn't mean anything anymore.
It's a scary thought for sure. And the researchers, they get it. They're not saying all AI is bad, just that this technology has some wild potential for good and bad. And we got to figure it out. Like now,
Okay, so we've talked about all the scary stuff. But what about the flip side? Could you use this memory manipulation for good?
that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, you could imagine using it to help people with trauma. Like, imagine if you could take away some of the pain of those really bad memories.
Or even just make those amazing vacation memories last a little longer? Sign me up for that.
It's tempting, for sure, but ethically it's tricky territory. Even if your intentions are good, changing core memories with AI, it brings up so many questions. Like, what about consent and what even makes us? What's real? It's a slippery slope.
So we've basically stumbled onto this technology that can rewrite our memories. And we're just starting to realize what that means, for
Yeah.
better or worse.
Exactly. We're at this crossroads and we got to choose. Are we going to bury our heads in the sand? Or are we going to deal with this head on and make sure AI is making our lives better, not running them?
Wow, deep stuff to think about. But hey, that's what we're here for, right? And listeners, we want to hear from you. Where do you stand on all this? Is AI memory manipulation a tool, a threat, something in between? Hit us up on social media. Let's keep this conversation going. That's it for today's deep dive into this wild world of AI and memory manipulation. Who knew that something straight out of sci-fi could be this real? Until next time, keep those brains buzzing.